Hey, how's it going? I just finished my workout for the day. Quick body weight circuit that I did at home today. And I noticed recently that I've got a bit of a strain in my right Achilles. Don't often get injuries, but when I do, normally I can work around them. And I thought today I'm going to share with you some advice on reaching your physique goals, even if you're injured or you're sick and you can't train at the moment. How can you still reach your fitness and physique goals? Well, firstly, if you have an injury, fortunately, most injuries you can actually work around. There's still a lot you can do. For example, if you've got a shoulder injury, there's still plenty more of your body that you can work out and train. So often injuries, you can work around them, but obviously you have to use your own judgment. You don't want to make things worse. And even if the injury is more severe, then there's still a lot you can often do. Just maintaining a baseline of fitness, making sure you're going for walks, making sure you're moving as much as possible, you're doing your flexibility work where you can. There's still a lot you can do to maintain a good baseline level of fitness. But what if you can't do anything? What if you're completely out of action? What if you're sick, you're suffering with poor health? Or what if you have an injury that is so bad that you can't actually do any exercise right now? And the reason I say this is we've got a couple of clients that we're working with at the moment that can't do any activity whatsoever. And the good news is, if your goals are physique related, if you're trying to drop body fat, if you're trying to build muscle, or even if you just want to tone up a little bit, if you've got physique goals, then the good news is that 75% of the result is down to your nutrition. Okay, so you've still got a great deal of control over what you can do through your nutrition. And I'm going to share with you a couple of tips now. So what you've got to bear in mind, one of the biggest mistakes that so many people make, if they can't work out, then they adopt a mindset of, what's the point? There's no point in me sticking to good nutrition if I can't work out. They go hand in hand, and you're right, they do go hand in hand. But if one thing is not working, then you need to really work harder on the other thing. So really the mindset to adopt is you need to double down on your nutrition. If fat loss is your goal, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And if you're not doing any exercise, then you need to be in an even bigger calorie deficit. You need to cut back further on your calorie intake. And another key thing here is protein intake. Protein is responsible for repair and recovery of your body, which is important. When we're training hard, we need that protein. We need a good source of protein from lean beefs, chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, cottage cheese, yogurts, etc. We need that good supply of protein to help repair and recovery of the body. But if we're not training, when else do we need that repair and recovery? Well, if you're injured, then there's no greater time for repair and recovery when you are injured. So it's just as important that you keep your protein intake up. Protein is responsible for repair and recovery, but also the immune system. So if you're sick, you're unwell, if you're injured, it's just as vital to make sure your protein intake is up. You're getting a good source of those protein sources that we just mentioned. So, really double down on your nutrition. Nutrition is 75% of the results when it comes to changing and transforming your physique. If you want to build muscle, you want to drop body fat, it's 75% is the result. So that should be good news. If you're out of action right now and you're feeling a bit depressed that you can't go to the gym and you can't work on your physique right now, don't be too disappointed. As long as you stick to good nutrition, keep your protein intake high, remain in a calorie deficit and cut back a little bit further. In other words, just really double down, dial in your nutrition rather than just going the other way and eating what you want. So I hope you found that useful. If you're injured right now and you're out of action, then I wish you a speedy recovery, but I hope you found that advice helpful. And if you need any further help, feel free to send me a private message and I will see you on the next video.